Hi everyone, Newthany Light Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well, and it's time for a little bit of EP love, some smaller projects that have dropped over the past month or several weeks or so that have stood out to me, and I just thought it would be more efficient and cool to just bunch them up into one single video. They're all linked down below, so you can check them out for yourself. And again, I think all these projects are quite good. I endorse them. I think they're worth your time. I think they're worth a listen. Here they are. Let's go. One, the new Gallant EP, Neptune. I've never been a super huge fan of this guy's music up until this point, even though I do think there is great potential and talent in much of what he does, and I think a lot of that does come to fruition on this EP. It's an R&B project. It's a short collection of tracks in that vein, and while it's not the most groundbreaking record in this style, I do like the slight late 90s, 2000s throwback feel of a lot of the instrumentals and production here. I also think that the vocals are on point, which they usually are with Gallant. I mean, he's proven himself up until this point to be a pretty formidable singer, and that certainly rings through. But you know what really sells this thing? It's the songwriting. The songwriting is killer. The track with Brandy, Julie as well, Third Eye Blind, there's just a lot of well-written and crafted songs on this project that are sticking with me, I hope, and I guess that if you listen to this, they'll stick with you too. Again, it's not going to be the most, out there sound or creative sound in this style you've heard, but it's really well put together. It's tasteful, the vocal performances are good, and the track list is pretty consistent too. There's not really a huge dud in the mix here as well. So hey, if you're a big R&B fan, give it a listen. Next, I want to give a shout out to this new EP from UK post-punk band Courting. Grand National is the title, and it's just a really raw, well-produced, punky record with a lot of energy, a lot of groovy rhythms from the drums and rhythm guitars, eccentric vocals, some of which get pretty wild on the lyrical side. The bar about believing that you can still have sex with Kanye is quite out there, and a hilarious Kanye reference, mind you. Again, it's just a pretty crazy EP. I know there's a bit of a post-punk resurgence happening right now with bands like Shame, as well as Black Country New Road, and the new Black Midi album is coming out soon. The new Squid album seems to be shaping up to be something really great as well. With all of those bands in the mix, grabbing ears, turning heads, maybe Courting could be, in the ranks of those very well-respected and praised groups at the moment as well. Again, this is kind of a new EP for them. Their discography is not huge. They seem to be kind of getting the momentum going, the ball rolling right now, and maybe you guys may feel the material on here is good enough to keep pushing that along. I certainly thought it was worth sharing, so check it out. This next one was a bit of a surprise for me. Vic Mensa, I-Tape. Not that I'm surprised that Vic Mensa is making good music in general. I think he has his bright spots here and there, and I think his talents obviously speak for themselves when you listen to some of the collaborations and crossovers he's done with very big artists over the years. It's just that sometimes when he's hunkering down and putting out something just for him, it doesn't really pan out in the way that it should. But this EP is incredibly well produced. The guest vocals and, choir passages are fantastic too. The rapping and lyricism is on point, is not as preachy or as cringe as it has been on some records and projects in the past. On top of that, much of the commentary going on here I see as very topical and very relevant to everything that's going on right now. From the track at the kickoff that features amazing production from Just Blaze to the song on the back end with Chance the Rapper and Wyclef Jean, this is a solid project. And listen, I know there may be some people seeing this video who are big Vic Mensa skeptics, because there have been so many points in the past where he's built us up and he set expectations and then he fell massively short of those expectations. But this is not one of those cases. This is a case for me where he has really exceeded what I felt he was going to be capable of at this point. So give it a listen. Finally, I'd like to shout out this new EP from YUKIKA, Timeabout. YUKIKA is a Korean pop artist with roots in Japan, so she does kind of tend to fuse elements of K-pop, J-pop, disco, synth pop, just various pop strains, all of which blend very nicely and beautifully on this short collection of tracks. This thing is an instantly catchy, infectious, lushly produced series of pop bangers that are just sweet and undeniably high quality. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this EP Love segment today. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, everything I talked about linked down below so you can check it out for yourself. And Transition, have you given any of these EPs a listen? Did you love them? Did you hate them? What would you rate them? Let me know. And let me know also in the comments if there are any EPs that you're really digging that you've stumbled across on the internet or elsewhere as of late that are recent releases. Cool? Cool. Mwah. I hope you have a nice day. Forever.